Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab. If you're new, my name is Yori. Welcome, I'm happy to have you. Today I was experimenting with some of my new makeup products from my most recent Sephora VIB haul, and I have some thoughts. I did come up with this smoky sort of cool tone daytime look. I think it's very work appropriate and completely wearable. It was very easy to do. I used a total of 3 shadows. So if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this look and also my thoughts on the products that I hauled, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I've already primed my face with just some Smashbox Photofinish primer water, and I applied my brows using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in dark brown. I'm starting by using a color corrector in my under eyes because I'm using a very lightweight foundation, and so I don't want to go too heavy with the concealer, and color correcting would help that. The foundation I'm using is the Kogan Do Aqua Luminous foundation, and I'm in shade 143. This is a very lightweight foundation. I believe that this is now my preference, as more heavy full coverage foundations tend to look cakey on me and settle into my fine lines. If you're interested in shade matching yourself, Shopper Mandy did a video on this, which I will link down below, and she swatched all of the shades. That was really helpful to me when picking out my shade. The color range is not very good, but I believe that they can custom make a shade for you if you contact the company. I'm applying this foundation in just a single layer all over using a dampened Real Techniques sponge, and this is the look with just one layer. For my concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, and I'm in the shade Medium. I specifically selected this concealer because it's not too full coverage and it does have a radiant finish, which will match the finish of the foundation. I have to be very careful to make sure that all of the color correction is completely covered. If I had not color corrected, this concealer would not be enough to cover my dark circles. I'm going to set this with my new Kat Von D Lock-It Precision Powder Brush and the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder in the shade Natural Finish. This is a super soft brush. I'm so happy I got it in the VIB sale. To set the rest of my face, I'm using the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Medium Tan, and I'm using a big fluffy brush. I'm using the Balm Desert Bronzer, and this is by theBalm Cosmetics. I apply the bronzer around the perimeter of my forehead to my cheekbones, sort of in the areas where I would normally contour. I'm only doing very light contour because this is an everyday makeup look. For the contour, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in the shade Dulce de Leche, and I'm just doing a very slight contour beginning at the top of my ear and just headed downward, stopping where the center of my pupil would be, and that's it for the contour on my face. I do blend that contour upward towards where the bronzer was placed. Now I'm contouring my nose just a little bit. If you don't want to do this step, you absolutely don't have to. For my blush, I'm going to use a peachy shade, and this one is the shade Mod, and it came from my Tarte Color Wheel blush palette, which was a holiday release. It's no longer available, but you can use any peachy shade that you might have. For my eye look, I'm going to prep my eyelids using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. I'm just applying it with my finger. I'm going to set that primer using a very natural shadow. This is from the Makeup Forever 9 Artist Shadow Palette, and it was volume 4. But you can use any light shade. You could even use the highlight powder from the Wet n Wild Contour palette to do this. So now I'm going to use the actual palette for this look, which is the Makeup Forever 9 Artist Shadow Palette Volume 1. And I'm placing this cool toned shimmery shade on my brow bone and also on my lid. Now I'm going to use this grayish tone in my crease, and I'm just going to go back and forth between the two colors until I achieve the desired look. These are really the only 3 shadows that I use to complete the entire look, so it's very, very easy and you can do it very, very quickly. Using a pencil brush, I'm just going to smoke out the lower lash line just a little bit using the deeper shade. Now I'm using a flat definer brush and I'm going to define the lower lash line just a little bit more using the black shadow from the palette. And I'm going to use the same shadow on my upper lash line just along the lashes. I'm not doing any dramatic eyeliner look. I want a little more definition at my lash line, so I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs highliner, and this is in the shade Blacker, and I'm going to use that to line my waterline as well as my tight line. I'm using the powder brush to not put my fingers on my face and ruin my foundation look. Now I'm going to line my lips using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Ozone. It's just a clear lip pencil, but it does keep any lip color from feathering out. And so if I don't ever have a matching lip liner, I will use this one to still have the benefit of lip liner, but not disturb the color of the lipstick. For my lips, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Artist Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade 103, which is Warm Beige. This is one of the products that I recently hauled during my Sephora VIB sale haul, and I've heard really great things about this formula, and it really is amazing. It goes on kind of moussey, but it's very pigmented and very comfortable. For my highlight, I'm trying my brand new Marc Jacobs Beauty Dewdrops Coconut Gel Highlighter, and not only does it smell good, but it also gives a very nice natural soft gold highlight. This is a cream highlighter, and so I applied it with my Real Techniques sponge, and it applied beautifully over the powders that I already had on my face. I'm not going for a very extreme highlight, so using this highlight alone is really appropriate for daytime or work. For my mascara, I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara because it has a very narrow wand and it makes it easy for me to reach my lower lash line. I won't be applying any mascara to my upper lash line because I recently got eyelash extensions, and so I don't need it right now. Lastly, I will be setting my face with the Maybelline Master Fix Wear Boosting Setting Spray. Alright, so that's it for this look. I hope you liked it. And also let me know if you plan on picking up any of the items that I tried. I'm really loving them. Like I mentioned, I was really impressed with the foundation. The shade range sucks, but I think that there's a workaround that. I did mention that in my previous video. If you're interested in seeing some of the other products that I hauled before, then I will link a card for that video, and I'll also link it down in the description box. All of the items that I use will be linked down below. Please do hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy the video. It does help my channel. I'm fairly new to YouTube, and it'll help other people find it if you think that my videos are interesting or fun to watch. Don't ever be afraid to experiment with makeup, because you can always wash it off at the end of the day or immediately if necessary. Until next time, bye!